Hi, my name's Eve Nolan and I'm Business Development Executive here in ITC. Today, I'm going to be talking about the pension property process. Myself and the team frequently get queries from interested individuals who are looking to purchase property through their pension. They know they have a pension fund accrued and they're interested in a property investment for their retirement planning. However, what are the next steps involved? It's important to ensure that the full value of your pension fund can cover the entire purchase price of the property, the associated costs and any fit out, and the liquidity which should be retained in your scheme. In general, this liquidity requirement is 5%. In some cases, it's possible to take out a mortgage to facilitate the purchase of the property. In these instances, the liquidity requirement and cost will be slightly higher. However, of course, the actual amount to put towards the property will be lower. Once it's established that your pension fund qualifies to make this type of investment, the next step is to ensure that it's held in the correct structure. To purchase property directly through your pension fund, it must be held in a self-administered structure. Here in ITC, we have 4 self-administered structures. We have the ITC SAS, which is an occupational scheme linked to a sponsoring employer. We have the ITC PRSA, which is more suited to self-employed individuals and those intending to make further pension contributions in addition to their occupational schemes. We have the buyout bond, which is suitable for members of occupational schemes who have left that employment or where the scheme is winding up. And finally, we have the ITC ARF, or Approved Retirement Fund. This is a post-retirement vehicle and this will be paying your income in retirement. Due to the self-administered nature of our schemes, we do require an independent financial advisor to be appointed at scheme setup. They will also sign off on any investments made through your self-administered structure. The choice of property to be purchased is at your own discretion. ITC can facilitate both residential and property purchases. Property purchases in Ireland and the UK will incur a standard legal fee of €1,115. Property purchases which involve lending will incur a fee of €1,984. Foreign property purchases can be made, although these can often be more complex and costly. Once you have identified the property that you intend to purchase, you will need to complete the ITC Propertyline application form. This form captures all information on the property and the information required for the purchase. If you're intending on obtaining lending, you will also be required to submit your loan application at this stage. Most notably, the Propertyline application form captures the details of the various parties involved in the purchase. Firstly, there's your independent financial advisor. Usually, this is the individual who's appointed to your scheme at setup and who will be involved in the actual property purchase transaction. Next is your solicitor. You're free to appoint your own solicitor. This solicitor will be responsible for the conveyancing of the property as well as the preparation of all legal documentation involved. However, our own in-house legal team will link in with your appointed solicitor to ensure all documentation is completed correctly and that the pension fund is the legal owner of the property. Next will be the property manager. Revenue implements an arm's length rule on all pension investments, which means that all transactions, disposals, acquisitions and lettings must be done on an arm's length basis. This means that they must be done with a completely unconnected party. We ensure that this is adhered to by employing a property manager who will manage the day-to-day running of the property and the tenants. The property manager must have a PSRA licence type C to be appointed to the property. Finally is your insurer. We require that all pension properties are correctly insured. In the case of apartments, it can be confused that block policies might cover the apartment itself. However, we require public and employer liability insurance to be in place. This ensures that any third-party accidents are completely covered and all contents of the unit are covered also. Once you submit the Propertyline form to ITC, it'll be processed internally. Our in-house legal team will link in with your appointed solicitor to bring the purchase to a close. They'll have some additional investment documentation for you to sign before it can be closed. Once the property purchase is finalised, rent will begin flowing into your pension fund. This will be channelled into your pension fund and no income tax payable. Similarly, there'll be no capital gains tax payable on any gain received when you do sell the property at a later date. In summary, the process is very simple. I hope to have answered any queries you may have had. However, if you do require any further details or clarification on any of the points discussed, please don't hesitate to contact us at the following email address. Thanks very much for your time.